Hey guys, Young Ice Boy 2 here. I'm back with another review for you guys today of the Lego Ninjago Legacy, the Tournament of Elements. Without wasting any more time, I'm going to show you the minifigures that come in this set. So the first minifigure that I'm going to show you that come in the set is one of the elemental masters of, what is it? Elemental master of gravity. And, his name is Gravis. So here we have Gravis, the master of gravity. So, yeah. So he also uses these purple bits here, these purple like circular things, and also using these clip things, whatever he's got in his hands, these sort of like power blasts things, like handles that he's just got. Like, you also can take these purple things off. They just come off very easily, so they're just attached. Pretty much they just attach like that. And I'm gonna move those thingies out of the way so you can look at the figure a little bit more easier. Give me a second. That means here's a better look at Gravis. So there is Gravis. There's some nice printing there on his chest. There's also some back printing as well, but he has no leg printing, so that's pretty much it. And he's got this turban piece in the, like this, I think it's maroon color. I think that's what it is. Not too sure what color it is, but it's like some sort of maroon. I mean, might go out different on here, but so his whole body is like maroon as well, except from his legs and some of his like chain printing or metal type of belts and everything that's there. And he just has just sleeves, just open sleeves. Just his arms are showing as well. And if I take the turban off, there's his just standard face that you've just seen just now, and there's his back face print, which obviously looks like, he's like concentrating, that sort of a look, if you want to use that. So that's what that look looks like as well. That's what he looks like for his other facial expression. I think that is it for Gravis. I think that's it for him. The next figure I'll be showing you is, well, one of the ninja that come in the set. So this is Kai. Obviously, this is nothing new for Kai. This is nothing new from Kai because we got this Kai figure last year for Legacy. So there's nothing new for him. He's basically got his Legacy 2 outfit again. that we've seen nearly over 1 million times now, pretty much. Obviously, there's nothing really special about him, really, because I already own this figure, really, so nothing really special. Except from he just has this, like, built-up weapon. I don't know what it's supposed to be. It's probably supposed to be, like, some sort of scythe, I think. Whatever it is. Probably what it's supposed to be, I think. It just uses the black tooth piece, and it's like gunmetal grey type of hilt thing, whatever it is. And just uses this, like, shorter brown, like saber blade. And just in brown. That's all that is. And there's his back printing. It pretty much is like this suit is pretty much based on, I think he's rebooted and I think his season 3 and season 4 outfit. So that's what this suit is supposed to represent. It does represent it very well. You know, it's just the mix. It mixed between the two. Which is great. So I'm not going to show you guys' face because you probably already know what his face looks like, really. If you've seen any of my other reviews, you probably know. This is just back face printing. That's pretty much his back face printing. Obviously, you may have seen this guy face a lot because it's used on every single Ninjago figure of Kai. Obviously, it's been used for 4 years, really. It's the same face that you've seen for 4 years, really. So, just about it. About it for Kai, really. Obviously, the Elemental Masters, we never really got them before, so they're new. But yeah. But here we have Jay. Another one of the ninjas that come in the set as well. Obviously, this is my first time getting Legacy 2 Jay. Which I know it sounds really surprising, doesn't it? That first time getting it. And it is, because I didn't really get the Thunder Raider last year. So, this is kind of not special to me, but just, I'm sort of glad I finally have the figure now. Because I don't really have Legacy 2J, but it's a nice figure though. Great figure, really. Never really got the Legacy Thunder Raider, so this is kind of a good to get him now, I suppose. Because he only came in that set now, but he comes in the, I think he comes in like one other set. And also Kai comes in that set too, so they're not new, but I think that's the X1 Ninja Charger. So that's the set that comes with Jay and Kai. Obviously Jay and Kai come in that set too, so when I get that set, I'll have 3 Kais in basically a duplicate of Jay. That's what I'll have when I get that, but yeah, that's it, really. Honestly, Jay uses this like chain piece and these 2 black lightsaber hilts to like represent his nunchucks. Which, I mean, it does work, but kind of like a basic weapon, really, pretty much. But the nunchucks of lightning, it's none of those things, really. It's just nunchuck basically made out of standard Lego parts, really. Just standard. Then there's Jay's back printing, his symbol at the back. That's Jay's original symbol, by the way. Which we don't really see anymore, but it's really good to see most of the ninjas' original like symbols. It's good to see them, really, because we don't seem to see them as often as we used to. like Ninjago doesn't. But yeah, there's Jay's back face printing. Obviously, I will take off the mask so you can see his face, because you might have not. Well, you probably have seen it, but just to some of you who haven't. Not surprising, but just to show you that face, because they're not really showing you that before, really. But there's nothing new, really, because again, it's just the same J face that we've seen for 4 years, so pretty much nothing new. And yeah, that's pretty much it for Jane. Also, I forgot to mention that all of the ninja have their, well, they have their symbols like spelt right. I think it's supposed to spell out master. So that's what it's supposed to spell out on Kai and Jay's well, outfits. Basically, that's what it's writing. It's Ninjago writing pretty much means, I think. It means, because I think on, like, I think the Legacy 2, like, figures, like, I think they must have had it misspelt. I think it was spelled wrong. I think figures that came out last year, but I think they sort of like redone it. I think they just rewrote it. I think that's what they did. I don't really know. I don't really know what happened, but that's what happened. So obviously a bit, and I only just about understand what that means. Obviously, I don't know Ninjago writing. Fortunately, I know Ninjago, but not the writing. I don't understand what it says, but yeah. I think there is a way to translate it, but I don't know how. There's a way to Ninjago writing. I think there's like some sort of app that you can, don't know, read Ninjago writing, just especially just for Ninjago writing. Obviously, I don't have that, and not bothered personally what it says, but yeah. And here we have Balobo, the Master of Nature. He's another one of the new elemental masters that we haven't got before. That good. The same for Gravis. The same for Jacob over there. That one. That figure there. But I'll show you him in a minute. But I'm just showing him Balobo. Throw of Nature. See, again, we've never really gotten any of these elemental masters in minifigure form. It's kind of my first time getting it minifigure form, you know. Because I think these guys were first seen in Season 4. They were first seen of Ninjago. See, that season was Tournament of Elements, so that's basically the exact same name of what the set is called. But this set has never been done before. I think a set like it has been done similar, but it wasn't the best. It didn't represent it as good as this set does. But yeah. So Bonobo has this like plant bit here, this green like grass thing, grass piece, whatever this piece is. I don't really know what specific name for this piece is, but yeah, this thing. And also, Bonobo's staff also uses this longer lightsaber hilt, which was introduced with Monkey Kid. It was originally, but just in a newer color, a different color this time. See, it's great. I mean, they really should use that piece in Star Wars. I really think they should. They really should put that piece in a future Lego Star Wars set, really, for like Darth Maul, supposedly. It would work. To me, really, I really think it would work a lot better than, what we've got. Probably would be a lot better. And he also has this lightsaber blade, which is also in a new piece as well. So that piece is also very new as well. So, yeah. Bonobo is basically shirtless, really. And he just has a feather, which I don't know what that is presents, but that's what it's basically how he looked like in the show, really. It does pretty much just captures how he looked like in the show, really. That's pretty much captures what he looked like. Well, if I take off this beard slash hair piece, so I'm gonna take that off now. And there's what Bonobo looks like without his beard. It kind of doesn't look that good, does it? So I think this was used for Hidden Side. It was. I don't know why. I don't know why it's being reused here, but it's terrible. But it just doesn't capture Bonobo as well as it should. It's not the best looking thing. No, it's not the best, okay? And that's probably why I'm going to keep that beard piece underneath it, because I don't really like the look of it. But yeah. Pretty weird that they just used just the Hidden Side character's face, but I suppose probably doesn't matter when you have the beard and hair piece on top of it. Because you sort of forget what that looks like, I suppose, don't you? And that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to keep the hairpiece on and never take it off again. But yeah, there's his alternate face. Yeah, so yeah, that's just about it really for Bonobo. And I'm just going to put this back on. But yeah, that's it really. But it is kind of something that's not unusual for Lego to reuse faces. It's not weird that Lego can reuse faces from other themes. They do that. They do that a lot actually. It's not uncommon that a lot of themes have reused a lot of heads. Being in Ninjago, they have done that a lot, really. They have reused a lot of figures as well from other themes like Ultra Agents. I think 2 of the Elemental Masters in Ninjago are just basically Ultra Agents characters that were just put into Ninjago because I suppose they were simple, and maybe creators must have had it's great how they sort of just grabbed 2 Ultra Agents villains and just threw them into Ninjago and just said, oh, they're Elemental Masters, which it is a shame we sort of don't get them in any set anymore. It is a shame, that would have been great if they were included, or it's great that we got some Elemental Masters that we never really got originally. They're new, pretty much. You have all of them, all the Masters, which I don't have any of them. I don't have any of them. I think I only have Skylar. That's the only and Master Ion. These guys are basically the Element Masters that I've owned. The other ones, I think the rest I'm going to have to track down on eBay just to have all of them. all of them, because there is one more that we never really got. I think it's the Master of Form. We never really got that figure, so that's kind of a figure that we don't have. But yeah, just about it for Belobo. But he just has these like tattoo printing. I think this is what these are supposed to represent, like that sort of thing. But whatever. But that's just about it for Belobo, really. And he also just has some printing on his legs at front, and that's pretty much it for Belobo. The last elemental master that I'm going to show you is Jacob. It is. So this is Jacob, the Master of Sound. You don't see he doesn't really have a weapon. He just has like this Lego guitar piece that I've never owned before. I never really. It's kind of a new piece for me. Personally, I don't know if this piece is new. I don't think it is new really, but it's kind of a piece that I've never really come across before. You know, it is great to own it, but I've just never really come across this before, so it is pretty much a solid piece, really. And it's also printed as well. This Jacob has some like really funky looking hair there. Very funky looking hair. It's very like nice hair. It's a nice like hair piece, really. It's like very big, isn't it? It's a very big hair piece. I think you can see him a lot better now. I think I just zoomed in slightly so you could see this figure a lot better. Jacob obviously has the sunglasses on as well. Then he has these like shoulder pauldrons. I think these are shoulder pads. Shoulder pads in gold. Obviously, these are not a new piece because this piece has been around for a very long time. This like shoulder pauldron piece. I think this is like old, but you know, it's great to just see a classic Lego piece getting used again. I think they used it on Pirates and other themes as well. I think they used it on. It's great to see it though. And also he has this sort of printing of a shirt. I think this is what has to be, and that's the back printing. It's also great to see that because that goes all the way around, like all the way to the back. And also he uses these short legs, these like Lego minifigure like child legs, so he uses these. So he doesn't really use mid legs, but he just uses these legs, which that's the standard short legs that you cannot move. You can't move them like other Lego figures, because other Lego figures, you know, you can move their legs, like mid legs, you can move them, and just like standard minifigure legs, you can move them, but the child legs, you cannot move them, because, you know, they're short, and there's pretty much no joints in anything. There's no hinge joints in there. Well, not hinge joints, but you know what I mean. How like the figures can move their legs, that they can, but the child minifigure legs do not move at all. It's pretty much fixed in this standing position, so you can't really do anything with the legs. I'm afraid. And I'll take Jacob's hairpiece off so you can see his other facial expression at the back. Jacob is an alright minifigure though. Kind of not my favorite character at all, really. Not my favorite. But it's great to just see like other figures that we've never gotten before. It's great to see that though. Great to just have figures that we've just never really had a chance to get. Like, it's great to have them in minifigure form. Like, as a physical thing, you know, it's great to see them as a thing, you know, it's like in the show, like, I bet everybody was wanting figures of these elemental masters. I mean, they did make not very many. It made only a few, I think, but these are like the elemental masters that we never really got. I mean, I think the rest we did get them, didn't we? But these are just like the last elemental masters we kind of need, I suppose, aren't they? Oops. Yeah, that's it. And I'm going to show you, sorry about my hand going in the way. And the next minifigure we have here is Aizo. Obviously, Aizo is not really a figure that we've never gotten, but this is just his legacy version. This is just an update of Aizo, really, which we have gotten before. So Aizo is pretty much nothing special, really, except for he's just an update of his original, and he kind of doesn't look any different from his original, like, minifigure. Like, his face looks the same. Like, there's nothing really brand new about him, really. He just looks the same. Except from his legs are a bit different, and his jacket, I think, is slightly different. It's probably still the same. But the belt is slightly different. Like, the belt buckle is very different to his original figure. And also he has that one, like, tattoo, that one snake tattoo, like, going to his eye, which looks really cool, doesn't it? He has a mohawk as well. And he has, like, these slightly, like, sharpened teeth. Would you call them? Like, fangs, aren't they? A bit like fangs, aren't they? There's a bit of a goatee going on there as well. And he has one of his eyes that is like, gonna say like milky eye, I think, that sort of thing. Don't know if that's the right term for, you know what I mean. He doesn't really have an eye pupil in one of his eyes. I don't know if you can see very well. Probably barely. But you can see it there, can't you? Like, I don't think you can see it very well, but again, I'm using the camera on my iPad, which kind of is not the best. If you tell me that the camera's probably not the best for videos, if you want to see it, I might zoom in to see if that's going to help. It's probably still a bit blurry, isn't it? But yeah, that's it. That's it, really. And he just uses this built-up weapon as well, this axe. This bone axe. I think this is what it's supposed to be. So it just has the standard, like, Lego axe piece that just clips onto this, like bone piece that just clips on there, so it's very easy to clip that on. And he also has a tooth necklace as well there. Just got a tooth for a necklace. Then his back printing also has like a snake, like an anaconda or a snake. at the back, which is in Ninjago, by the way, not sneakers. And you can see he's a out-conjuring warrior, if you don't know. See, if you imagine all of you may have already seen like season 4, so you might already know. Just for those of you who probably might not know, which I don't know if there's anything that I might not know, but just for those who just want to know that, I suppose. Imagine everybody who's watching this video would imagine my channel, would imagine you probably everything when it comes to Ninjago, I'd imagine. Imagine everybody does. Not everybody, but just some people in the community that everybody in the Ninjago community probably knows. And yeah, that's it for Aizo. And here we have the final minifigure that we have, which is, this is the 10th anniversary Golden Lloyd. So this is our second Golden Ninja. Because if you guys who don't know, when you buy any like legacy set for this year, because you think you certainly will end up with a golden minifigure, really. It is great, isn't it? But this is basically for 10 years of Ninjago. Obviously, you'll never see this get done. I don't think this will. You only see this year. Probably next year you might not see this again, but, you know, it's great to have these figures, really. It's great. Just to have all of the ninja in gold, you know, it's kind of cool, isn't it? Kind of cool to get all the ninja, like, in the, like, powered up mode, powered up form. You know, this is, like, the ninja, like, fully powered up, that sort of thing. But it's good, as this is for the 10 years of Ninjago. And it says it there as well, 10 years Ninjago. Because, if you don't know, Ninjago had its 10th anniversary, which was over, 2 months ago now? Let's see. That's when it was. Kind of was in January. Obviously, it's a bit too late now. I mean, it's still been 10 years of Ninjago. It's still been... It is a 10-year anniversary, but... Like, the exact date was... I think it was like 14th of January. Obviously, I did make a video on that day. But that's when the actual, like, anniversary was. But yeah. It is cool though. But this is basically this is supposed to represent like season 14 Lloyd, but it's great though. But he just doesn't have a half mask. That's the only thing. He doesn't have a green half mask. That's the only thing that I would change about this figure. That's it. And obviously I will be doing that after this video. I will be putting like a green half mask on him because I have plenty of the Legacy 2 Lloyd. So I might as well just borrow one of the half masks from that, I think. That's what I'm going to do. Just to make him look a little bit more complete. But there you go. There's the like headband piece that you'll be seeing in season 14, which that is the Ninjago season that has already come out this month, really, this week. That's the new season of Ninjago for 2021. So we'll be seeing this like very soon. I mean, probably those of you probably already have the season 14 sets. You probably already know all the ninja. All of them are going to be having headbands and half masks. That's what all of them are going to be having. And stay tuned because I'll be getting the season 14 sets. So make some videos next week when I do get when I get some of their season 14 sets. So yeah. So once I get the season 14 sets, I will be reviewing these after I've done legacy sets. Well, I might as well get the season 14 and sets and the legacy sets for this year. But yeah, I think I've only got like 2 more legacy sets to get, like 2 more that come with the golden ninjas in. And the Overlord Dragon, which doesn't really have a golden figure, really doesn't have a golden like figure for 10 years, so it's kind of odd, but yeah. But that's just about it for Golden Lloyd. I can't really say much, really. It's just an amazing figure. You can say he just has green printed all over him. But mostly, all of the Golden Ninja mainly just look the same, really. I mean, their printing, face printing is the same, but they just all, we basically get all the different ninjas in their gold tank outfits. And that's it for Golden Lloyd. And I'm just going to show you this like spinner piece, which you probably know how this works. You just spin it and then you put a ninja on it, and that's just about it. See, there's nothing new about that. And there is a like full-on spinner as well, this spinner piece, so you can pretty much can put anyone in this. So you could put any of the figures that come in the set. You can just put any of them in here, you know, just to represent, you know, they're doing spin jitsu, so you could put any ninja in there, or any like elemental master, any of them. You could put any in here, but it's just in like trans clear. I think this piece was originally in season 14, I think it was, but it's just in clear here. It's just in gold, like gold and like this trans clear, like a glittery type of color. So that's the only new thing about that. So there is nothing new about that, really. Just a repaint, a recolor of that. And let's get on to the like the set that all of you have been waiting for me to show you. And I'm gonna bring the set down, and here we go. And first off, I'm going to show you the jade blades that come in the set. Basically, the jade blades are basically these green blade things that you can basically hand to any of the minifigures that come in the set, you know, just to like recreate, you can recreate the scenes that went on in the show, like the scenes that went on in season 4, because season 4, like all the elements, they pretty much had to get all the jade blades, all the, it's just basically when I think the ninja had to like go to an island, I suppose, didn't they? Obviously, it's not the same island, which season 14 is also on an island once again, but it's not the same. It's not the same island that it was in season 4. But season 14, it's going to be taken based on the island, but it's not the island that we were on in season 4. It wasn't that one, but yeah. It's the same story that season 14 has, but it's probably a lot different to season 4's story, but yeah. But yeah, that's it. Basically, they had to have jade blades, and that's what they had to do. And that's basically what this set is supposed to like represent, It's what you could recreate every moment in the show, I suppose. Yeah, not quite every moment, but some of the episodes took place here quite a bit. This location, I mean, I like to see like location builds, it's very cool to see them. And this set does well at representing like the like location that it's supposed to be like based in or at. No, it's great, really. Just like it. It's just a good like little set, really. It's only like 27 quid, so it's kind of good. Good for that price. So it's good for that price, really. Price range, I kind of can't say anything that must be bad or overpriced. It's not. It's just perfect. Basically, J-Blades are basically the Ninjago weapon pieces, but just in a different color. So basically, it's just the Ninjago like weapon packs, those things that yeah, they come in every single Ninjago set these days. Not every single Ninjago set, but mainly. In season 14, they were used a lot. They were in season 9. Season 9, they used those as well. That's probably when that piece was introduced, I think. Season 9 was when that piece was introduced, so it's nothing new, really. But season 9 was when we saw those weapon pieces get used. And they've been used ever since then, and they still are getting used. Which is very cool to see, isn't it, that piece gets used. I mean, it's cool to see it get used again. Just in a different color, because I think last wave, well, not last wave, but I think like season 12, the wave before season 13, I think that's when we saw them in like, but I think the legacy wave, like 2019, they were in gold, weren't they? But like in season 9, they were like just silver, weren't they? 2018, obviously, that a long time now, but they've made different colors of them now. I think they were silver, gold, but there's now, but I think there's like the lime green, like a trans lime green color, and now it's just in this green, like this like jade color, like this grass sort of color green. But, it's just cool to see it in different colors now. It's just great, I suppose. I think because it's great to see it used here. And obviously you also have this spinning bit here, this like spinning blades here that you can just spin like that. Yeah, that's just special. I suppose you just get Ninja or well, anyone really. I suppose they just have to dodge those blades, I suppose, don't they? Obviously that's what it's just basically a play feature, so kids can play around with it if they want, but I'm not a kid, so I'm not really gonna be playing with it like that. But I'm not a little kid, obviously. I mean, kid, so I'm not gonna be playing with that. I don't play with Lego sets, so it's a good play feature, and it's there. Kids wanna play with it, but yeah, I don't play with it, so yeah. And there's also this plant piece here, this plant bit here, that you can just move like that, which basically this basically like for Belobo, if you want to represent like him, like controlling the nature. If you want to represent, that battle between him and Gravis in like season 4, when him and Gravis like sort of were battling, that sort of thing. You could also recreate that scene here as well. You could recreate that scene. And I dropped one of the bits that I was going to show you. And here's Klaus's spellbook. Obviously, Klaus is not included in this set, really, but it's good to see his, like, spellbook. I mean, it sort of hints that we might get a Legacy Klaus figure. I don't know if we will, but I hope we will. I really do hope that. But yeah, this is classic spellbook. So it looks very accurate to the show. You know how it looks. Really, it looks fairly accurate. But yeah, there's the one single page in there. It's basically using the Lego book piece, which I've never really owned before. I've never really owned this piece before, and an interesting piece, really. I've never owned it, but yeah, that's it, really. It's a Lego book, and basically there's just one page in it, which I don't know if you can see that, because it's very tiny, isn't it? Very tiny a bit. I don't think you can even see that, really, but what was in there, I think, is like snakes, I suppose. Obviously, it's supposed to represent a spell. Those of you who don't know, like at the end of like season 4, I think, well, at the very end, like near to the end, like all the like Anaconda warriors, that all of them just turned into like the full-on Anaconda like snake warriors. They turned into. See, that's what they turned into. Snake people, snake men, whatever they are. So I don't know what they are, but yeah. And that's the same way Master Chen, obviously, Chen was the main villain of season 4. Obviously, is sad that he's not in the set either. You know, I really hope they will make a Legacy Chen, Legacy Master Chen. I hope they will, because they really need to. Because I kind of really want that. I kind of think maybe next year they'll do that. I suppose next year for Legacy. I've already done for this year, but you know, like next year now, pretty much. Yeah, I pretty much hope they will. I really hope they are going to, because I can't wait when they make like more tournament sets and maybe some possession sets next year, because that's what we'll be getting next year. I mean, we only got one possession set. I think that was Zane's Titan Mech, which I did do a review on. So that's pretty much the first possession set that we ever got. First Legacy possession set that was very new, I suppose. Very new to see that, really. Hints that they will be making more tournament sets, like a few more tournament sets, I think. Like a couple more, maybe. I mean, it's like, why not? I'm just going to show you one more feature of this set, and then I'm done. And the review is, like, done. So, yeah. So, here's, like, this knife piece here. And this, like, dagger piece that is just in this, like, pot thing. And basically, it's supposed to represent, like, an episode in the show where I think Jacob was fighting, I think Skylar, wasn't it? Fighting Skylar in season 4, like one of the episodes, and it's supposed to represent that one, because when I think Skylar, I think she like broke like the vase. I think this is what this is. Yeah, this vase thing, this pot thing. I think it's a vase. Yeah, it looks like it to me, but yeah, she had to break it, and because one of the jade blades was hidden inside of it. And that's pretty much what that's supposed to represent. Which is very cool, and you could recreate that scene as well. And I'm going to put the lid back on this. Obviously, it's basically the Lego bowl piece, but it just basically fits nicely on here, really. It looks very good when it's on here. I am going to put it back where it was. And there is the exact same one there, but that doesn't have anything in it. And there was these two like banners, like they have Andre snakes again as well, and one on the other side. I don't know if you can see those very well, but yeah, that's it. And there's just one more thing. There's just like a box filled with like it's like a roller skate pieces, and that's pretty much it, really. Much it for things that went on in the show. My season 4, but yeah, but that's just about it for me on my review of the Legacy Tournament of Elements set. And I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I've enjoyed building this set, you know, I really enjoyed it. So it started yesterday and finished it today, so kind of didn't really take long, but yeah. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. And just remember to like and subscribe. Alright guys, see ya.